When Yamaha entered the 150cc backbone class, it made a sensation with many Southeast Asian countries, as this was the first taste of a proper motorcycle that provided a big bike feel without compromising practicality, as in these markets, underbone and mopeds reign supreme. Isipin mo, back when na-release yung FZ16 sa Pilipinas, for the very first time makakapag-drive ka ng big bike looking and feel like big bike na motor without breaking the bank, at hindi ka magtitiis sa pansit canton ng ilang buwan, and better yet, mas matipid ito sa big bike. Yamaha is not new with this class. They had the Bangalore brother, which is the FZ16, an Indian spec naked that has been a local favorite and has been successful throughout the years and has been updated twice already. Then there is the M/Slash or Saber, or the TFX in many Southeast Asian countries, which is the predecessor of the MT15 itself, but never lived long enough though for some reasons. TFX ang na-release dito sa Pilipinas and it was quite stylish, pero hindi gaano nagtagal for some reason, but I'm guessing dahil niwasak ni Suzuki ang sales nito nung nirelease ang GSX S150. This is my Yamaha MT15. I bought it 5 months ago and I have been living with it every day. Whenever I will go to work, visit places, trash it on corners, or just cruise along for an adventure. I have already reviewed this bike and gave it my first impression. If you have not watched it, the link will be available down on the description. Today I'm gonna talk about how it feels to live with the bike after 5 months, and how the bike looks like, how's the quality, the parts, the fuel consumption, and all the small intricate details. Today I will discuss chapter 1, which is power, so stick around. Power is subjective. How do you need power? When do you need power, and how will you use the power? That's why there are different motorcycles for different jobs. Unlike the FZ16, the MT is based on the spirited Yamaha R15 with its peppy age-old LC4V engine. The MT15 still borrows that same lively 150cc LC4V engine that is tuned for the top end. Thanks to variable valve timing, it somehow produces good power on the low and the mid-ranges with the help of a big 52 rear sprocket. But despite all the necessary adjustments to make a sport bike wear street wear, it still feels a bit erratic on the lower revs at 3rd gear. Pang sports bike talaga ang makina. But if you move to the mid-range, then that is the time you will feel the juice. Dito ang Goldilocks zone ng LC4V. Dito mababa ang vibrations. Nandito mostly ang 14 Nm of torque. Dito masarap mag-cruise when going for a long drive. It pulls strong thanks to the 52 rear sprocket. It did not have the top speed of the R15, pero ang pulling power talaga ang pinapaka-14 MT15. Except the 6th gear, any gear laging malakas ang hatak, any gear laging nakaka-overtake, any gear you can still cruise on the lower revs and hindi nahihirapan ang makina. For the price of the Yamaha MT15, you can get a Bajaj Dominar 400 with its juicy torque on the lower to mid-range at sobrang stable sa highway. Mas malambot ang upuan na parang sofa, plus comfortable ang passenger, mas mababa ang seat height, Mas bagay lagyan ng top box and design ito for adventure riding. But the problem is kasing bigat siya ng buwan and the engine is not as reliable as the MT15. Huwag na tayong magtalo. Renowned ang performance ng KTM engine pero hindi ito kasing reliable ng Japanese standards. I know na subok na ang modified KTM engine na ito dahil nakarating na ito sa Russia with their Grand Touring event, but the Dominar is still new. First generation pa lang ito and marami pang bigas itong kakainin. Maraming opportunities para plansahin ng iba pang trial and error. Kung susukatin mo ang weight and power ng MT15 and the Dominar, ang power to weight ratio nila is halos parehas. The only noticeable difference ay yung feeling ng power delivery. But at the end of the day, yung gamit mo sa bike ang importante. If gagamitin mo lang ito sa pagpasok araw-araw with some weekend adventures, then that is the time you will only know what you would really need. Baka mas piliin mong mag-scooter na lang if gano'n ang magiging situation dahil ang scooter ay may comfort, may storage, and halos vibration free dahil mounted sa lower center ang engine. And to be honest, napunta rin ako sa point na mag-downgrade na lang ulit sa scooter dahil talagang life is easier with a scooter sa city life. The problem with scooters are pragmatic siya. It's too boring and walang character for some entry-level models. That's why I stick with the MT15. Nasa gitna siya. It has sufficient power, more than enough para mag-cruise along parang Dominar. Pwede siyang gamitin when going for a long adventure but may top-end power ng R15 for spirited riding. Yet pwede mong magamit araw-araw without compromising fuel consumption. Looks and character kasi at the end of the day, hindi ka naman panay top speed. Hindi mo naman magagamit lahat ng power, but you'll just cruise along sa street or highway. Exhaust sound feels like a cross-plane twin on idle. On the lower revs, it's a brap sound rather than a thump. Go up above 7,000 RPM and activate VVA, and it begins to sound like a Euro 4 inline twin with the intake note growling in an orgasmic way. That is my review with the MT15's power and the nearest price competition. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos every week. Dahil next up is chapter 2, which is comfort. Cheers!